Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Jada, and I'm back with another review. This time I have FansToys FT-14 Forager. And this is the last figure in their version of the Masterpiece Insecticons. And here we got the figure right here. And before we look at the figure, take a look at the box. So off to the side you go. So look at the box, get that nice artwork for that we so know that FansToys does so well. On the side, you get your name, destination right here. Get the product shots in the back. Get your little write up. Go ahead and pause that and read it if you want. Alt mode pick. FansToys information. Bottom, you got some alt mode artwork. On the top, you got that same artwork. And the bottom and side, and that's pretty much it for the box. And off it goes. And here's the figure. Finally, we're all done with the Insecticons, and I'm pretty much pleased with this figure for the most part. Had a few issues, and I'll point that out if you don't already see it, or in a little while. Before we get too much into the articulation, let's take a look at the figure itself. It looks very nice, very nicely detailed. Got the chrome wings going on. These antennae are soft rubber. Mine were warped in packaging, but they're straightening themselves out slowly but surely. I probably could have got better results if I used some hot water or a low power hair dryer to get that looking straight, but looks fine to me. I can live with it for right now. Nice yellow on the chest. Look, we got a little bit of flakage going on, make it a little shimmery. Yeah, and he cleans up very well. Out of all three of them, his bug legs on his back clean up the best. You see his bug legs in the back of his leg right here. We got QC pass right here. Okay. Nice paint going on the legs and stuff like that. Don't really see any major flaws going on with it. Looks very nice. Sculpt looks pretty good to me. And that's it. Got some little detail on the wings too. But yeah, he looks very good, very good. And get to articulation. Head, you can't look up. It's kind of tricky because his head kind of splits open. So you can probably get him looking upward without breaking the sculpt about that much, which is good. Looks left and right. A little bit side to side tilt. Arms go around 360. Wings are adjustable. Go in and out like so. Goes out the shoulder. Rotates at the bicep. Has a double bend elbow. Semi-articulated hands. And they do rotate. He has a waist rotation right here. Legs go forward a good amount. Bam. And then he has a double bend knee, which is cool. Toes do go forward and back, and he has a little toe tilt, not full ankle but toe tilt right there. So yeah, standard articulation, nothing too much to it. And let's go ahead and get a size comparison in with the rest of his teammates. Here we get Shrapnel, bring in Bombshell, and this is the kinds that I remember as I was a kid watching the cartoons. Got the gray chested, like I want to be cartoon accurate. So yeah, looks very good together. Looks very, very good. All height scaled together. Looks nice. And let's go ahead and throw in some of these other Insecticons right behind them. Just to get I feel how they all look together right here. Got Soundwave and Shockwave behind them. And since I don't have a G1 version of Kickback, that's like the only one I never owned as a kid at any point in time. Let's go ahead and throw in these Fans Project Insecticons. Very stylized versions of themselves, and were good at the time, and it's still pretty good for anyone's classic collection. And see how the difference go with that. I mean, obviously there's some differences and stuff, but you can see how the FansToys one are a masterpiece, and this is a more classics reimagined look for these guys right here, which I do dig. The ninja, whole martial arts ninja motif. Okay, before we get into transformation, take a look at all he done came with as far as accessories go. He came with this blaster right here. Let's take out his hand. Take a look at it. It is chrome, just like all the guns that they do come with. Some of them come with a more solid colored gun, but it also comes with a little cone gun. It's got a little clip right here, and it looks pretty nice, detailed. Comes with a replacement chest piece, so he can have the orange look more like the toy. Comes with 3 energon cubes, a screwdriver to replace out your chest piece, and it also comes with a replacement headpiece for bombshell, in case some people broke theirs somehow. Collector's card, same bio as before, and comes with an instruction booklet, which is pretty good. Going through the transformation, got hung up at some spots, and one thing about it, they don't really show you how to transform the head too well in detail. And he also came with this little sheet right here telling you how be careful of the wings. And we're going to get into that also. A little warning. The wings are fragile. They are chrome plastic, which if anyone had a Toy Nami Voltron knows, at least the chrome version of that Toy Nami Voltron knows that, hey, that chrome can tend to shatter. All right, let's go ahead and get into the transformation. First thing we're going to do is transform his head. This was not in the instructions. So what you're going to do, you're going to split the back of his head like so. Then you're going to lift the helmet. And before you push it back too far back, you want to take your finger and you're going to push this part right here out. So this is the face mask that's going to be in bug mode, the bug mode face mask. So you're going to try and push it out as far as you can. You might need a little tool, such as the screwdriver that came with him, to help you get that thing all the way forward, like so. Next thing we're going to do, you're going to take his robot face, you're going to push it back. Then you're going to put the robot helmet back on above it. And make sure you tap this back together, like so. And go ahead and rotate that head around. Bam. Next, what you're going to do is something that has caused a lot of people some heartache and problems. These wings. First thing that it tells you to do is you're going to go ahead and extend it at the shoulder. And you can see, hey, I'm missing something. You got this right here, the ring on this side, but I'm missing this on this side. So what they tell you to do, first step they tell you to do is unclip this and rotate it forward. Well, when I did that, I unclipped it and I started rotating forward and it just broke off. I didn't feel any kind of tension whatsoever, nothing. It just snapped. So here's the piece right here. So I rotated it, it just snapped off. So I'm supposed to be a replacement part, and hopefully it's not that big of a pain in the butt to replace out, change out. And one other thing you get, so once you different on this side, so when you first get this, be careful. Be careful, because this thing, once that broke, I was kind of scared to do this one. It's kind of tight at first also, so make sure you're holding this closer to the joint as possible when you're rotating it, and try and go as slow as possible. So this is not as tight as it was before, so you want to get it out to right there. Imagine that on this side. So after you're done that, you're going to want to rotate this whole wing assembly so the wings are pointed towards his chest area. So rotate that around like that. So you're gonna give you some clearance right here. So this joint right here is gonna slide out through this open channel right here. So before you pull this out, you're gonna take this portion right here. If you can get your finger in this little grip right here, and it should unpeg. You're gonna bring this down. Makes life a little bit easier. So you're gonna grab it from right here, and you're going to, not too hard, you're gonna try and pull it out. So I pull it off right here. Got my bug legs that are kind of tucked in there. It's gonna probably cause a little bit of friction and tension. So I'm gonna try and unfold my bug legs. Now I got a little bit of room for them to move. So like so, now I can pull the rest of it out. Pull it till it stops. Move your little bug legs out the way. Then you're going to rotate like so. Sorry about that glare. All right. Next, you're going to move your bug legs upward to right here. So you got some room. And you're going to rotate this whole assembly around. Right here, it's going to spin. And you want to be careful because there's been reports of people, their whole assembly right here breaking too. I haven't seen any kind of marks or signs of stress on mine. So you can rotate that around so that the bug legs on the outside, robot arms on the inside. Bring it down, and you're going to bend the arm and the double hinge, like so. And what I'm going to try to do, I'm going to try and do it like this. Let's see how that goes. And I'm going to leave it right here for right now. Same thing other side. You're going to rotate this around. And you're going to be able to see this a little bit more better. Rotate this around like so. Unfurl your insect legs. Trying to pull them out. You might need to have to pull this out a little bit. Just so you can get to those legs. There we go. Because this thing is kind of packed in there tight. I'm trying to extend the legs so that it's not going to be hitting against the body, the lip that's inside here that is sitting in, so that when you pull the legs out, you're not going to cause no stress. There we go. So I have to lift this up, get it extended out. Now you can pull it all the way out like so, no problem. Don't force it. Then you go ahead and extend it out. Bring this leg up. Bring your, like so. Go ahead and rotate it like that. Bring your arm down, bend a double elbow, flip the wrist, like so. All right, now we're ready to go back into the body. So rotate this down. At the same time, you're gonna bring this down so that your forearm is pointing upward, like so. So you bring these down. Stuff's in the way, kind of hard to show y'all. So you bring it down like so. So it should be sitting like this. Then you just slide it back on in. Now you might have a little bit of problems. You're gonna see something hitting it against right here. There's a little slot opening down here made for these little elbow joints. So it should give you some enough clearance to get it all in there if you're doing it correctly. and the way the fist doesn't work like that, so it's something I was trying to try out. So go ahead and move it around back to right here, I believe. So yeah, bam, you should be all the way in there like swimwear, baby. Yeah, like that. I don't know. That seems like it's. I don't know. Hold on, pull it back out. Oh, I got stuck. Don't get stuck. There we go. So yeah, push that in like so. Same thing other side. Rotate your leg around to get it out the way. The insect legs out the way. Rotate this down to get it into proper position. Like so. There we go. Now slide on in. I don't think it's right. There you go. The hardest thing is just trying to get the arm assembly, make sure it's all straightened up and stuff so you can get this thing all slid in. There we go. Got it in there. Whew. Alright. Once you get that in there, next thing you're going to go ahead and rotate your wings back up. You go ahead and close up the clip if your clip is still on. Then you're going to rotate the wings, the whole wing assembly, and make sure you grab it from right here where the hinge is at, around that area, close to the base as possible, and rotate it around. And this clip seems to come undone when I rotate it. It's not pegging back in right now, so same thing on the other side. Close your clip right there, rotate it back around like so. Alright, bring your insect legs down just to get them out the way for right now. Then we're gonna move back to the back hind legs. First thing we're gonna do, pull this out, extend this portion right here so it's pointing outward like so. Next thing you know, it helps to unlock this portion right here, so it should be pegged in. You're going to unpeg it pretty much by pulling this portion right here. Unpegs it. You know, straight. Make sure the knee is straight. Then it's on this little hinge, this double hinge right here, and it's going to rotate upward. And you should be able to peg it in like so. Do that again on the other side. Make sure I can get a good look at that. So unfurl the back hind insect legs. You're going to pull this portion out like so, which is I'm going to unpeg the leg. Then you're going to rotate this whole section. It's on a double hinge. It's going to go backwards right here, and you should be able to peg it in right there. Pegged in. I don't think so. There we go. There we go. It's pegged in. Take the toes, flip them down like that. Keep them pegged again. And situate your legs, hind legs, however you see fit. Bring these back up like so. Bring these down like that. Front legs, or just hit this push right here. It's going to tab in right there. Make sure it's tabbed in. And take your front legs, situate them however you see fit. Take this leg, rotate it around So rotate this one around. And make sure you rotate these back insect legs right here. Make sure you rotate those back around the other way when you transform back to robot mode. This will be easier for you to get everything all fit back into place where it was at. Set him down like so. Like I said, situate your legs, get them all how you want to display your bug bot. Move your wings however you want to move them. Push that tab back in. And there you have Kickback in his insect mode. Now you can store his gun, and it's pretty easy storage. Split the legs, and all you gotta do is you go ahead and bring this down and peg the gun into right here, and you bring it back up. It's gonna peg into this port right there at the bottom like we showed before, and the back of the gun is gonna plug into right here. So there, and that's your weapon storage. Easy peasy, right? Easy peasy. Now you can get him standing up. It depends on how you configure the legs and stuff. He can support his own weight with the insect legs, no problem. You just gotta work with it a little bit. And for sake of time, I'm not gonna try to get too involved in that. So yeah, there he is transformed to the insect mode. And as far as articulation goes from the insect mode, I showed y'all the legs do rotate forward and back all the way around 360. They rotate in and out right here, hinge, and they have multiple hinges in here, so you can position these bug legs however you see fit in your heart's desire. The back legs get the same articulation, pretty much the inward outward motion as the robot mode legs. You got these legs in the back, they do have articulation at the little back toe, and there's a knee bend right there, if you want to call that a knee, and you got some action right here going on too. And the wings, you can, like I said, you got a hinge right here, and you can rotate them around if you see fit and stuff like that to get your bug looking the way you want it to look. And also the antenna are, like I said, they're all on soft plastic, but they do rotate around. I would advise moving them at the base so you don't cause any breakage. That's soft rubber. So yeah, looks good. You got the little insect mask right there so you can hide his robot face and whatnot. So it looks good. Everything cleans up pretty nicely. I'm trying to have these fists pointed backside out, but it wasn't trying to fit in there as y'all can see. So yeah, it looks really good. It cleans up very nice, very animation accurate. It looks awesome. I love it. And here he is with Autobot car. See how they compare to each other. See how big he is compared to the Autobot car. And here is all three of them transformed in their insect modes. They do look good together. All right, y'all, that's about it for the figure. Do I recommend him? Yeah, I do recommend him. How do I rate him? He's a little bit disappointment. I mean, he's a good, solid figure aside from the wings. Transformation of the insect legs is something that's new. And it's a good transformation, but it's kind of tight getting everything back in there. You gotta be careful what you're doing and stuff like that. I mean, the wings are bad. People are breaking their stuff, and I think people who were breaking out their little extension arm they were trying to pull against the insect legs, or the insect legs that are tucked into the body, which is causing another problem when I said I was talking about this. Everything's all compressed in that body and stuff. So it probably was, like I said before, make sure you use your undo the legs out of the chest before you start pulling the whole assembly out, because you add an extra tension on there, and you end up breaking that plastic. And as far as the chrome clip on mine and then some other people's, I don't know what happened there. I think the pin was too tight. The pin that secures this piece and everything in here, I think it was too tight, and it ended up just snapping off. That's one thing that FansToys still struggles with, is the tolerances of some of the joints and stuff. My sludge is perfect. I got it at 10 out of 10 on that one, but I mean, sometimes every figure is not going to be perfect. It's great, and this clip right here seems to come undone at certain points of the wing rotation and stuff like that. I wish it could have done something different along with these chrome wings, you know. So, and other than that, I had no other bad issues with this figure. The paint is great on it. The sculpt is good. The transformation is pretty good. Like I said before, there's a couple of tight spots in there here and there, but hey, he gets the job done and stuff like that. He looks great in his insect mode and stuff. So quality doesn't feel cheap at all. Got a nice heft to him. Not too much, not too little, just right. So yeah, I do recommend him. But before you transform him, make sure you use caution when messing with these wings, particularly, and also with the underside here, trying to get all this stuff pulled out and transformed and stuff. So use caution on that, especially the first couple of times and stuff, until everything gets like a little bit loosened up and starts going in a little bit more smoother, or you get used to the transformation period. All right, y'all, that's been me, Jita. Thank y'all for watching. Stay tuned for more reviews, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.